Hello.
Hello.
And
That's what I was trying to do.
I know.
Welcome.
To the Fourshade Studio podcast, episode number 20.
Yeah.
Podcat?
It's September
Podcat.
4th, 2019. And as you can see,
It's episode 21.
it's episode 21.
We have here
We have a
today
special live interview today.
with Blake Bodenhammer right here in the flesh.
Yeah. Who would have guessed? We finally got him on the podcast. I'm trying really hard. How's it feel?
It's been sad since Reggie left.
Yeah, I know.
God bless Reggie.
The Reginator.
God bless.
Are we rolling with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No cuts from here on out.
This is pure.
We can goof at the beginning, but then
We
once we get like 15 seconds in,
We can goof forever.
we can never go
honestly.
back.
Yeah, so Blake can't figure out how to record a podcast, so I had to come all the way out halfway across the country to make sure that we would have content for you.
It's true. Episode 20 in the dumps. I think it was actually episode 10. It's like every 10, it's just gonna be. It's just not gonna work. It's gonna fall apart.
It's fine,
It's either 10 or 15. I can't remember.
because I'm here now. And today was a great day to be here, because Nintendo did things.
That's true. But before we
Thanks.
talk about that, do we want to talk about our visit in Seattle to Nintendo of America?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, what do you got for us?
We went there and took a picture outside, and then we immediately left.
Wait, no, I remember us going up to the door and banging until they said they would do a Nintendo Direct today.
We said,
And then-
bring out Reggie.
That's why.
Bring out Reggie.
We went there. We snuck in. It was Labor Day. We took the tapes for the direct. They were already pre-recorded,
Mm.
and we said we're gonna put these out if you don't first. So they had to.
It's true.
God bless us.
Isn't that right?
Is
Is that what happened?
We
And-
saved
We saved what? The gaming world.
the gaming world.
And Miyamoto chased us out while we were running out
Yeah.
with tapes.
That's
saw
we
true.
did
it.
see Miyamoto.
So
No
after-
autographs though.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah,
That's really it.
We took a picture in front of the
Yeah.
Nintendo of America headquarters.
do you think you can handle putting that on the screen? You know, the television. when
Maybe.
people watch the thing.
In post, I will do that.
We have post.
Yeah.
So there was a Nintendo Direct today, thanks to us, and I'd rate it at a 7.5 out of 10.
That's it. That's fair.
That's it.
I'd say that's fair. We didn't really learn much in the way of new stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was big releases.
Okay, so we want to start from the small things or the big things?
Let's work our way up.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion 3 is still a thing.
Still a thing. Still coming out Halloween.
Fire Emblem is J-pop meets
Hey, we're not done with Luigi's Mansion yet.
Renaissance people.
I gotta talk about Luigi's Mansion for a little bit.
Okay.
The, was it Scare Amusement Park? Something like that.
I
Some
don't
dumb
remember.
pun. Basically, it looked like what Mario Party online game should be.
Pretty much. Like, well, what got me was the whole thing where it was like 4 Luigis versus 4
Gooies.
Gooies.
That's a
up
lot
so like
of
up to
Luigi.
eight player mini games is pretty nuts. One just looks like kind of like just a free for all. It was like catch as many ghosts. I guess it's teams,
Yeah.
4v4.
That's what it looked like.
I couldn't really tell what the other one was. You're in boats or something.
Yeah, it didn't even look like Luigi's Mansion. It was literally like riding
Yeah,
around.
like
in a
Mario.
vehicle
It was like Mario
to-
Party. I was just
yeah.
like, okay, mini games, sure. So that's still coming. That was cool.
And that was
Well, they showed that each floor has a different theme.
That
That's
was
true.
cool.
I don't know if we knew that, but that was one thing I worried about because I was like, I saw the ghosts and I was like, these all look generic. These all look like, and that was one of the big gripes with the second one, that it was like all the ghosts that we fight look the exact same.
And that was the one made by the same company, wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Probably. But at least they were getting that right, where each floor of the mansion is a theme, so obviously they're going to look different.
And it's not just like different hotel themes. It's like
Right.
whatever theme we want,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
you know,
It's like-
pirate theme
Yeah.
in a hotel makes tons of sense.
Well, it was like the desert. It was showing like that desert theme first, and it was like literally a room full of sand and a
Mhm.
giant pyramid. It's
Yeah.
like it doesn't even look like you're in a hotel, which I think is for the best.
Yeah, because no one actually cares about the
Exactly.
overarching
It's
thing.
just like, sure, he's in a hotel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's how we're gonna tie this together. Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Luigi's Mansion 3 keeps looking better and better, even though it was a must-buy from the beginning.
Yeah, I was automatically gonna get that anyway, but it looks like it's gonna be super good. So we got ways off for that. About what, 2 months?
2 months.
Yep. So that will come quick.
I heard something about
Fire Emblem. You want to talk Fire Emblem?
Yeah, J-pop meets Sword Fighter. That's it. That's all you need to know.
I don't even remember what that game was called.
It was like,
It's not Fire Emblem, but it's like featuring Fire Emblem.
yeah, it's like FE remix or some
Feel Good Inc.
dumb thing.
remix.
yeah, I can't.
It has something. I know it's popular in like Japan.
It was like, make it in the pop star world. Also summon a sword fighter for some reason.
Well, it's like I don't even understand because it's like just dance, but you're like fighting things at the same time. It's like DDR. I'm like, what is this?
Something's
I
gonna
don't-
suck the fame out of you. Apparently, like that was one of the bad guys.
Tokyo
Mirage
Sessions. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the rest of the title.
No, that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Well.
That's happening.
FE Encore.
Oh, Fire Emblem Encore.
Yeah. It's big news, people.
So that's a thing if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Which we clearly are not.
Yeah.
Some other games just mentioned with that. Doom 64, because every Doom game needs to be on the Switch. The Switch is the Doom machine.
Well, yeah, they just released what 1 through 3.
Yep.
On
Pretty much everything.
recently, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But then like, I didn't understand like what was even gonna happen when that guy came out. He was like, "Yo, I'm from Bethesda. You want-"
Skyrim for Switch again.
Yeah, I was like, what are we getting? Like, there's no new titles. I was like, and then he's talking about Doom, and I was like, didn't we just get all this? I honestly thought it was gonna be just a rehash of like the thing that already got released earlier.
Yeah.
They were just gonna like promote it again. I was like,
Which-
oh, cool, okay.
Yeah.
Doom 64. I never played it, so I have to check it out.
Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection, aka the 2 Assassin's Creed games that nobody cared about before
True.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
Which- Yeah.
Well, those at least. My thought about that at least is like, at least if you want to play it, it gives you a chance now to play
Yeah.
it if you don't have PS4, Xbox 360. So
Right. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast.
That looked like a GameCube game.
I thought that looked terrible.
I'm pretty sure it is a GameCube game.
Yeah, it looked
Is
like it
it?
was like a re-release
It's a-
of something of some sort.
I hope so.
It looked graphically, it looked not modern.
Just
So
re-release?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like GameCube 2003.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I did not play that when it came out, so I don't have any sort of fond memory or anything about that. So it's just like, hey, here's this old random game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That pretty much that covers the re-releases, I think.
Yeah.
Except for the big re-release news by Nintendo. Are we going to there?
Might as well. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it right now.
So, as you might have remembered from podcast episodes 1 through 10, Blake and I were playing through basically all of the playable NES games from
this. Okay, I thought you were going somewhere else with this.
And stop. should I stop?
No, keep going. I
We're
thought
playing
there was a
through all
Wii
the-
U thing that they redid. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't even know. But we
I'll
were playing
think
through
of it.
NES games and went through Zelda, Zelda 2,
Metroid. The original Super Mario Bros.
We played through all of the ones that are classics, I
Yeah,
guess. And I'd
say
say we pretty
classics.
well exhausted the list of playable NES games.
Yeah, I mean, we did the Marios, we did the Metroids, we did the Zeldas.
And I think literally everyone's been screaming for them to finally add on to the NES library
Yes.
of games, because there just aren't anymore.
Yeah. Well,
And-
good ones at least. Like,
Yeah.
ones that are iconic, I guess.
So, after what, like a half a year of crappy NES games being the only releases, they've finally done it and added SNES games.
Yep.
And they're doing 20 right off the bat.
Yeah.
So we've got, like, and 10 of those games are legit good
Yeah,
games.
like
that-
solid.
So, it's all of our dreams coming true.
Well, they like teased it a little bit, I feel like, with the Smash reveal of that new character, which we can talk about in a little bit, but because
That's exactly what that was.
because they're like showing the timeline. They started with the Switch, they go all the way back,
Mm-hmm.
like all the way to the top of the thing with like the NES, and then they start going down. They pause on the Super Nintendo, and then it was like, oh, same era. We're gonna like pan to the right, but with the Neo Geo, and I was like, they stopped on the Super Nintendo for so long, but I was like, what is this?
Yeah. That got completely lost on me. That's absolutely
I
what
don't
they were
know.
trying to do.
That's what I thought, but then I was like, they have to just be teasing it for later.
And they were.
Well, why don't you go through some of these, the big hitters at least in your
Big
opinion?
hitters?
What stands out to you?
Well, first of all, there's Super Mario Kart, which is
Yeah.
arguably the greatest game ever released.
Right.
Everyone loves Super Mario Kart. And Super Mario World, which is the other greatest game.
Oh yeah.
And Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Yes.
Then we've got F-Zero, which I loved F-Zero.
I've never played that, so the only the only little morsel I've played of that is in like WarioWare. You play like
Yeah.
a little snippet of it for like
Right.
a little mini game.
It's just different Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But it's there. It's Super Metroid, which
Yeah.
a lot of people actually consider the best game of all time.
Yeah. Well, since we're gonna play through basically all the Marios, all the Zeldas, all the Metroids. I feel like that's like we've kind of made that promise to
Right.
ourselves now. We're gonna go through basically all of them in order.
And then for like the legit consensus best game of all time,
The legit one.
A Link to the Past,
Oh, yeah.
which I actually haven't finished yet. So this will be the time that I play through A Link to the Past.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like when Brock and I were younger, one of my other neighbors like basically gave me a CD and it had like an emulator and ROMs on it before I even like knew how any of that worked. I was like young, elementary school, and I was like, oh, these are just like games. Like I didn't really understand like where they were even from, because it was just like a whole mix of Super Nintendo, like PC games, just all these things.
Yeah.
And one of the games I remember that was on there was A Link to the Past, and like we played through a little bit of it. Like, here, I'm gonna do the movement and you do the sword. I remember doing that on like the PC like way back. So it's like full circle now. We actually can go back to that. Not necessarily like we're half a Joy-Con or something, but
I have a
switching
new
off.
request. Yeah, that's how we need 2-player is splitting it up. But
Yeah. So we'll finally get to live out our childhood dream of finally beating that game together.
right. And I just named like 7 of those games right there that are
Yeah.
heavy hitters that literally everyone should know, and
Yeah.
even the rest that I haven't heard of, I've heard pretty good things about. So
Right.
honestly, even though they're probably going to trickle 2 games a month now going forward, they've already got pretty much everything we wanted. I think we talked about this in a previous episode, except for Donkey Kong Country. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
That was the big thing that was kind of like glaringly not there.
Yeah.
Was the Donkey Kong games.
and I actually have hope now that
Yeah.
they might make it there.
I almost thought that they would add some sort of like off the wall thing, like a Mario Paint or something, just because it's like it's somewhat related to Mario Maker, and Mario
Right.
Maker's just so they just came out with the second one recently, so I was like, maybe they'll do some sort of like tie-in, but I don't know if they'd ever add that, because it's like I can't see people like jumping on there to be like, oh, I want to draw some pictures.
Yeah. It'd just be another way to get like some recognition of
Yeah,
the
yeah. It's like, oh,
brand.
so like this is some of the stuff that. This is a reason why like the dog is in the game. This is why the frog and the eraser and all those things are even in this.
Right. So yeah, I'd say that was about 35 points of my 75-point rating right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah. Some smaller other things that aren't exactly old ports, but were announced. Overwatch to the Switch. Which
Yeah, they started off the direct with Overwatch. We kind of saw this coming a little bit early, just because of accessories were like not leaked, but I guess put on Amazon a little bit too early or something, like Overwatch themed Nintendo Switch cases, which were like officially licensed by Blizzard. Which again, why would Blizzard wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't coming to Switch? So, but that's awesome. I feel like it's like almost about time sort of thing.
It's on literally every other console.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think so. And PC.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was like, at first I was like, is it like a hardware limitation? Is it just the Switch is not powerful enough, or who knows?
Right.
But yeah, at least Switch gets some love now with Overwatch.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I've heard good things.
It's
so.
fun. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun.
Who is at a Blizzard game? The skill cap is way
Exactly.
too.
Yeah. If I was good at it, I wouldn't be here. I'd be Emoji Pro right now.
I think what you were thinking, I was thinking of earlier, because that makes sense. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh yeah,
Definitive
that's what I was
Ah.
thinking. Yeah,
Ah.
because didn't that get originally released on Wii U or Wii?
Wii, I think.
Okay. I never played through those, and I remember like I feel like the Wii had one, and then like the Wii U maybe had a sequel to some Xenoblade thing.
X.
And I think that's what I was thinking of. But it's like another game. Again, it's like anything that we can get to the Switch is good. Like, and especially like in my mind, it's like anything that was on the Wii U is especially good, because I feel like with how like underperforming in sales I feel like that was. I mean, we had it because like, of course, we're gonna get the Nintendo consoles, but I feel like to the normal audience, like the Wii U is just like, oh, this is a Wii. Like, why would I get this?
Yep. And we're the prime demographic to be mad at the fact that our Wii U's are kind of useless, and yet at the same time, I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, like I'm not really mad, because it's like everything. I would be mad if none of it came over to the Switch. And I don't know, like it's just a pain juggling consoles to me.
Yeah.
Like one of the greatest things that like the Wii had was like the backwards compatibility to the GameCube games, which I don't know, that's just like huge to me. Same thing with like the PS2 to PS1 and everything like that.
I'll use this opportunity to put a public service announcement in there, because I did start up my Wii U for the first time in a long time
Yeah.
to start think I was going to finally beat Wind Waker HD. I didn't, but I remembered how great it was to have a map and your
Ooh,
items
yeah.
right there, and to touch. It's so perfect, and yet it sucks so much.
I would be afraid, honestly, at this point, that I would try to set up my Wii U and like the gamepad would be so out of batteries that it would take like an hour to charge it, and then I would just be like, okay, not even worth it.
I didn't even take out the charging cable while I played mine, because I'm pretty sure it dies
Oh,
instantly
yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
But it works, and that's all I need.
Yeah.
So the PSA was, turn on your Wii U's. They need some love. They need some charge.
Brush the dust off for a second.
And yeah, they deserve it.
You deserve your love.
Devin, you've got some news. What else happened?
What's it out to you?
Pokemon customization.
Take us through what you liked about that.
It seemed like there were a lot of options to customize your Pokemon. Well, not your Pokemon, sorry. Your Pokemon trainer.
What do you mean? There are like 850 options for customizing.
Customize your party.
That's fair.
Do you think we'll ever get to a point where you can customize your actual Pokemon?
Probably. I
Like,
mean, they
you know,
did
we
it
did it, yeah.
in Let's Go.
And Let's Go. You could do
Yeah.
it with your Pikachu or Eevee.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had something like that in this game. I don't necessarily think they're going to do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But you can customize your trainer quite a bit. They seem like they had a lot of clothing options and hair options, and you can change makeup and eye color. But I remember seeing like this one t-shirt where it was like an Arcanine or something. I was like, I don't feel like they ever made anything that detailed in a customization option for Pokemon before, so.
That's what I thought too. I saw one, it was like a graphic tee of like a Shuckle or something, and I was like, this is super like detailed just for sure.
Yeah. Gotta go out for that Switch game. But one other thing that I noticed for that was in the Pokemon camp, they had all creamy, but it was green.
Oh yeah, they never even brought that up.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
And
Yeah,
instead
it was
of
like-
strawberries, it had 4-leaf
That's what,
clovers.
It was like green. It was like a green tint, I want to say.
Yeah.
And then had the 4-leaf clovers. in
Yeah.
it.
So I don't know if that's a shiny or if it has like
I think it's a
seasonal
shiny.
seasonal variants, because like strawberries are associated with summer and
I bet it is.
That would be
4-leaf
good.
clovers are like spring. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
who knows? But I thought that was interesting. And then we got 2 new Pokemon. One was cool. It was
Ghost and Teapot.
Poltegeist.
Yeah.
Poltegeist, yeah.
So cute, so cute, so good.
Poltegeist.
It's a little purple tea ghost in a broken teapot.
Yep.
And it's really cute, and I like it a lot.
Well, it's so weird because it was like, I can't remember what they were showing off. They showed off like 4 or 5 like new features they wanted to detail a bit more, and it was like, oh,
What's this Pokemon doing
Is this
here?
a Pokemon? I was like, what the heck
You
is that thing?
bet it is. And then they told us about it. And then they told us about this duck, or not a duck.
It's like a pelican type.
It's Pelican, I think.
I don't know the name.
I don't know either.
It looked like the Pelican version of Psyduck to me for some reason.
Yeah, it like then it looked derpy. Like I don't know.
Yeah. It's like this
It was like
blue.
this big blue bird with like green eyes or something.
And its ability was very strange. If you use Surf or Dive in a battle, it has a fish that's just like in its beak, and it looks disgusting. It looks like
Yeah.
it's choking on this fish.
Like a pelican would.
Yeah. And if it gets attacked that turn, it essentially like uses the fish as a
Yeah,
missile.
you like cough
It's
it
a
up,
projectile.
basically.
You cough it up at your opponent,
like,
which is nasty.
Additional damage.
It's so nasty.
And that is a skill of a Pokemon named Cramorant.
Okay.
Cramorant?
I think.
I don't even remember. I remember looking at the design and I was like,
Ew.
this is okay.
Yeah.
Not the best.
Poltegeist is 100% better.
Yeah.
And it seems more British themed.
100%.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure that variation of bird is found somewhere in like Scotland or wherever. But it's the British thing. It's the quintessential British thing. So that's there.
Yep. So what they showed off camping, Pokemon Camp, which looks like you can only do it in the wild, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
free reign area in the middle.
And it looks like you can almost do it wherever.
That's what I gathered.
And then
Oh, I think I remember what Poltegeist was shown off as. So, with the camping, they're like, oh, you can also visit your friends' camps.
right,
And I think it was in that.
probably.
But you can, like, visit your friends' camps and, like, interact with their Pokemon. Although I don't really know what the purpose of that is.
Yeah, I think it's just like
just for fun.
just to pet them, like how they did in Let's Go and like Sun and Moon.
Mhm.
Like when you feed it like the little cakes and things, berries. I feel like it's just maybe it's a happiness thing. Maybe it's a way to give them buffs or something. They've done that before.
Speaking of which, there's also a little Zelda element in this.
Oh yeah.
You can make curry, which
Only
is really
curry.
random.
Only curry.
Only curry.
It was like
many
it was
variations
like,
of
add
curry.
all the curries to your curry decks or something. I
And
was
you,
like, what?
you have to set up your camp, and then you have this big, like, pot that
Yeah.
you just cook curry over rice in, and there was like a regular curry and a sausage curry and a toast curry and like a scrambled egg curry.
All the curries.
It seemed really random. Like, that sounds good. I'm hungry just talking about it, but I don't know. That was just one of the things that they showed off.
I'm sure that will be like a.
It was like customization, curry, camping, Pokemon.
Yeah, I think it was four
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the food is just going to be like a stat boost, like a temporary stat boost thing.
Yeah, that would definitely be something I completely ignore.
Yep, same.
Because-
I'll do it like the one time
Yep.
just to see what it is all about. But it's there for whoever wants that.
Yeah.
But for everything that they showed, it still looks really good, and I'm really excited to explore all the Pokemon.
Well, that
world.
first, the first before they went into like the features where they were just showing the different, just regions and things that we hadn't really got a chance to see it. I thought it looked pretty good. Like they showed the snowy region where it's like all these snowmen everywhere, and what else they show off? Like
I don't know.
they showed off this dragon like in a desert. It was like it wasn't an actual dragon, but it looked like a building with a dragon
yeah.
head on it, and I was like, I've never
Mm.
seen
Right.
that before.
Yeah.
I wonder what that could
See.
be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm already impressed with just the general style of the environments. It seemed like they actually have tried to make them have a little bit more personality, since
Yeah.
it seems like you're going to be a little bit more just into the world because it's a Switch game. You've got a big TV.
Probably.
The camera's a little bit
Yeah.
more behind your character. Like,
Yeah, they want to show off the world if you're like
yeah,
on a bigger screen, not on a handheld.
you're not just walking through the world. You're part of it.
It
more.
makes me hope that this will have more game time in it too. Like, if they're going through all this trouble to like show off and put so
Mm.
much detail in, I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be
But-
pretty normal, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can make your own
Right.
stuff to do in Pokemon. At
That's
least,
fair.
like I know, with the Pokemon games I really loved, I dumped hours into them doing
Yeah.
literally nothing, and that's when it
Mhm.
becomes a
Well,
great.
yeah, I feel like they've been kind of good about that with the recent ones where it's like I feel like it's easier than ever to get shinies and also to get like perfect stat Pokemon. So it's like I feel like that's definitely something that they've made more accessible to people that want to at least attempt to do that, like after they've beaten the game or really whenever.
Yeah, and it's accessible enough to try to do, but
Yeah.
it's not by any means a normal part of
Right,
gameplay
yeah.
anymore. Because I still, as far as I know, have never gotten a shiny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you guys, I know, have dumped hours upon hours trying to get shinies because
Right.
you can do it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have, and you've got.
Well, that's the thing I
20.
like, because it's like with the more recent ones, it's like there's actually a method to doing it rather, and of course there is some chance to it, but there's at least a method to increase your chances of getting one. It's not just like, well, walk around in this grass or soft reset, hopefully you get a shiny.
Right.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm just glad that they add just like another layer, another element to kind of the end game.
Yep.
Mhm. My standards are just really high for post game, like
Yeah.
just because like first Pokemon game was Silver, like it's the greatest post game.
Well, because it's basically
Ever.
two.
I know.
You go to the Elite Four, which is normally like the last
The
thing,
end,
and then it's like,
and
oh,
then-
another region?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I just have really high standards.
Maybe one day they'll add one where it's
I-
every single region.
That would make
Ever.
me so happy.
It's a Pokemon, just like an MMO. Open world MMO.
No one's ever said that before.
I know.
No one wants
I
that.
know.
But I think that's really all they showed for Pokemon.
Yeah, it was quick, but it was at least some good stuff.
Mhm.
They keep just trickling things out for the, November release?
Yep. They've been really good about keeping up the hype by
That's what I
trickling
thought,
things out
yeah.
for almost every game. They've really figured out how to keep you talking about
Yeah. Yeah.
games coming out.
What else we got?
Kirby.
I know some big stuff,
Super
but
Kirby Adventure.
Super Kirby Clash.
Yeah.
A free to start
Free to start game
that came out today.
today. Yes.
It's just a multiplayer battle boss game, I guess.
Yeah, it
which-
looks just like a boss rush type thing. You go in with a party.
Yep.
Each Kirby has like different classes almost.
Yeah.
It's like just your generic like RPG looking classes, like a tank, a damage dealer, like a melee damage dealer, like a ranged damage dealer, and like a healer. That's what I gathered from it.
Yeah. They said, like, choose your classes wisely because that's what's
Yeah.
going to make you good at this. Which
Right.
to me seemed at odds with literally everything that Kirby stands for, which is this is the easiest game that you go
Right,
through by
yeah,
pressing
yeah.
A. So,
So yeah, I mean,
we'll play some later and
yeah, we downloaded it, so we'll have to definitely check that out. I don't know. What do you by free to start? What do you think that means? Like you can play the first 20 levels and then after that you have to pay for the whole thing?
right, there's got to be a dead stop, not like just a timer thing like what was the last game they released? Oh, Dr. Mario World, where
Mhm.
you can technically keep playing and
Yeah.
just be really slow. I assume free to start means
It'd be more like Mario Run,
Yeah.
where they gave you.
there's the demo and then
Yeah.
you pay to
Yeah, I
Play
can see
more.
that. I didn't know if they somehow were. It just seems so like mobile,
Yeah.
like marketing. So I didn't know.
but at least they're doing this stuff instead of putting this immediately into say Pokemon Sword and Shield or something.
True. Yeah,
Like because they've still kept all of their mainline games completely free of all of the dumb like
Yeah.
necessary monetary things.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely like made spin-offs that have that stuff, but they're never gonna make a mainline one.
Yeah.
Any like resemble any sort of mobile. I feel like the last thing they want to do is like taint like a Mario or like a Zelda with that.
Right. I think this is the last just out there announced from the Direct, but there was a game that really caught my eye because of the art style,
Yeah.
but I have no idea what the game part of it was, called Deadly Premonition 2. It looked like it was essentially a gather clues and solve
yeah.
the murder mystery type
Yeah, it
thing.
seemed very like detective. It was like saying something about like, I almost want to say it was said you were some sort of like, I keep the word insurance comes to my head, but it wasn't like, it was like
It was
a,
on a pirate ship, wasn't it?
yeah, but like they had some word at the beginning where it was like you're a claims agent or something. You're like a, I can't remember what they said, but yeah, you're like, for whatever reason your job is to find out what happened at this place.
Yeah.
And you use this like compass that's like a cursed compass or something, your little memento mori thing. It like had that name or something. And you like see the past, you see past events, you see how they played out.
Yeah. Like I said, it caught my eye strictly because it looked like completely black and white and
The visuals looked very weird.
completely made of like dots and dashes almost is the best way I
Yeah.
can describe it.
Well, I was joking when I said it, but it kind of looked like a Kindle. You're playing it on
Yeah.
like a paper white
Yep.
Kindle screen. Like, I want to say it looks like cell shaded, but it's like what cell shading looks like if it was black and white, but like also it looks like one of those drawings where like it uses dots as like its shading,
Right.
instead of like lines. I don't know. You have to look at it.
I'm almost interested to go look up the original in that series now after seeing that because I'd never heard of it. And I kind of want to know what people thought of it.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought this was a completely.
No, it's the second one in the series.
Oh.
So there's something to go off of. I just.
What was this called?
Deadly Premonition, I think.
I thought that was a different one.
Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I want to say that was a detective-like one where you actually were a detective. I think that other one was like had some other name,
Ooh, okay. Well,
but whatever.
yeah. I'm talking about something.
If you watch the direct, you'll know what we're talking about. Don't listen to us without watching the direct. Watch the direct. Take 40 minutes out of your life and watch the direct.
And then email us at
Fourshade Studios at gmail.com.
everything I screwed up, and I will send you a personalized I'm sorry.
Yes.
And by my count, that leaves us with two big announcements that we haven't talked about, I think.
Sure.
Do you want
I know one.
do that one?
So Banjo and Kazooie,
Who?
you know, Banjo Kazooie.
Oh yeah, because Sakurai told me about them. Banjo and Kazooie is apparently a series that came out for the N64 in 1990 something.
Yeah, long ago. They are now in Smash.
You mean I can have a Smash Brothers match with a Piranha Plant, Banjo and Kazooie, Solid Snake, and Isabelle?
Yes, you can. This is the world we live in.
I love this world.
So yeah, sure. They, I guess, because it's two people, got released today. And I was very happy.
I still am very happy.
Yeah.
Because-
I was like, are they gonna do it today? Are they not? It's always like a toss-up, I feel like, with when the direct or when the Smash Ballot characters were gonna get put out. But yeah, we downloaded the update. It came with Spiral Mountain, all the Banjo-Kazooie music, and of course the character. Super cool. I thought it was the moveset super cool.
Yeah, as I said this before, like all of the DLC characters have had weird things about them that you have to think about when you're playing them.
Yeah.
Even more so than most of the main rosters.
Yeah.
So like, Joker has his persona, which you have
Mhm.
to keep track of. Hero has the
The
command
MP meter,
menu
yeah.
and that meter.
Yeah.
With Banjo and Kazooie, it's less game changing than that it's more simple than that, but it's just as game changing because for me
Yeah.
it was the being able to use your up B and then not being
Yeah.
completely useless afterwards.
Yeah,
How do
you
say
can
that?
still recover. You can use the up B and then you can
jump again.
You can do your
use the
second
down,
jump.
Yeah, you can do a down A attack afterwards, which is
right.
truly like unique, I think, among
Mhm.
Smash characters.
Right. Well, and kind of where I thought you were going with this is another thing you kind of have to manage is the like golden feather attack,
Which I completely forgot about, but yeah, it's the same
which
thing.
it's like you get 4 or 5 of your side B. I don't know what they call the name of the move, but it's you're using your golden feathers from the series, and you basically just you turn in almost invincible. I want to
Yeah,
say they said it.
It had priority over most of our other attacks.
Most attacks,
and
yeah.
I played probably 15 matches earlier, and not once was I stopped
Yeah.
by another attack.
Yeah, so I don't know what would outshine it, but apparently there's something. And you can only use that move 5 times within one stock.
Yeah.
And if you run out of feathers, if you run out of your 5 moves, then you just don't have a side B.
Which, that in itself is a pretty big punishment.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I used 5 and I didn't try to use it again. Did you?
Yeah, he just kind of like flinches for a second.
So it's nothing, like you can't get any more damage out of it. It's not like.
Right, it's nothing.
Okay.
I think you're actually vulnerable because you can't do an attack.
It just
right
like
after for
it
half a
like does
second.
some like stupid animation
Yeah.
and you're.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. So it's a powerful move. It like every time I did it, it gave the opponent like 20% damage, which is a
Lot
sizable
of the
amount.
thing. Yep.
Because the move, you're basically charging across the screen, and it has huge range.
Yeah. Literally
It's
half the
slow.
screen.
It's slower. It's not instant by any means, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like very good knockback. I feel like, but it's 20% damage is a huge hit.
Right.
The only maybe what they were saying it is not gonna hit is shields.
Right.
you
So that's
shield-
the counter.
And
Right.
grab.
You can be grabbed too. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, if you shield, then you basically get charged right past, and it leaves you vulnerable for a split second or two. So that is, I guess, the counter to that.
Yeah. I guess the other thing that really stood out to me just with the moveset and keeping like the character's personality is
Mhm.
that Kazooie is all over the place. Like
Yeah.
literally just by sprinting he pops out.
The backpack. Yeah.
And I guess that was the worry when they announced
Yeah.
him that it would be Banjo.
And then like
And Kazooie's
Kazooie,
in
like
a couple attacks.
hiding
Yeah.
in the backpack.
It's
the whole
almost
time.
Kazooie doing all the fighting and Banjo's the.
Well, and that's what I liked because in the games, it is so. The moves are so important because it's a platformer. You use the moves to progress through the levels, to break boulders, to open up new parts of levels, to do whatever. And so I was at least happy to see that every single move in Smash is based off a move that you learn within the game.
Yeah.
Because like the one that you were saying, like where because you're dashing back and forth, that's how you get up steep slopes in the game that if you were just Banjo you would slide down. You have to like do this move called Talon Trot,
Okay.
and that's how you get up slopes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. We watched the Sakurai playthrough of the character afterwards, and he was even like going into where these moves originated from and kind of his thoughts. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
Like the one where Banjo like takes Kazooie out of the backpack and like
The
smashes
slam.
him. It's called like it's called something in Japanese that doesn't like translate well, but it's
Right.
called Breagle
Birds.
Bash
Yeah.
or Bird Bash
Yeah.
in the U.S. I don't know, just super cool.
Yep, personality's all there, and the stage has all the cameos you could possibly
Yep.
want from the series. And I actually like the stage a ton, just as a Smash stage.
First rotating stage,
Yeah,
which was weird.
and it works.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't interrupt you, but it allows for the same stage to have multiple, like, variations in
Which
a new way.
Yeah, which I like because some of those stages where it is just flying you around, it's to me that's lazy.
That's cheap, yeah.
Yeah, it's
The-
like
the hero stage just...
yeah, it was like you're on a platform and you're seeing all these destinations. It's like when I'm playing, I don't pay attention to what's happening in the background. I basically pay attention to the platforms and the characters.
Yeah.
Like it could be showing anything in the background.
Yep.
So
So
at
you-
least that it's giving you different platforms. It's giving you, I don't know, the rotating part is it's weird when you're like on a slope when it's rotating and you're like slowly descending down or you're descending up, but
there are certain instances where it looks frankly bad, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like,
it's at least
not
different.
gonna- yeah.
Yeah.
And final thing, there are 10 tracks. 2 of them are originals. At least they kept a couple that were just
Oh,
straight
basic
up from
tracks,
the
yeah.
game. Yeah. And playing through the rest of them, like the original, the main themes there. Then there's the medley, the Spiral
Yeah.
Mountain theme made by Grant
Kirko,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is still really good. So
Yeah.
still got that twang to it, and I was happy.
Music's super good. Yeah. Banjo thoughts?
Yeah,
He is a guy.
that's a new Smash character.
That's a one.
I probably won't play Banjo and Kazooie, but it's cool that they're in Smash.
I agree.
And we also
Banjo 4. 4
Coming
Switch,
Switch.
please.
They were very clear that Banjo-Kazooie is a Microsoft property.
That was like they were oddly clear about that. They're like, and for the Xbox 360, Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Rare owns this title, owned by Microsoft. I was like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny when Sakurai was like, yeah, there's really no end in sight for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he said that after, I think because they had already teased the Challenger Pack character number 4,
Mhm.
which
Yes.
I don't even want to talk about in this, if we can ignore it.
Well, it's Terry from SNK something.
And that's-
I don't even. That's the problem. I don't even know enough about the character to even talk about it.
Right, we'll
It's-
come back and do some research.
Yeah.
It's another brawler type person.
It's like it was like apparently it was supposed to be a opponent to like a Street Fighter character.
Sure.
It was this other franchise's like take on it. So whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, they said after that they would be making more than just the 5 DLC characters.
Yes, which is awesome.
And once we started up the game, it made a sense that they 100% need to make more than those 5.
Right.
Because after 3 characters, the character select screen became a nice, perfect rectangle.
Right.
And then they added Banjo-Kazooie, and it looks all screwy again.
Yeah. There's too much empty space on the bottom.
So now there are 3?
I believe it is 3. If they add 3 after the 5th Fighter Pass one, it will be a perfect rectangle. So 8 additional ones.
And it's taken them through September to add 3 characters this year. So
Right.
if that's the case, as you said, Sakurai should really be worried about his health.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be working.
Because it's a never-ending game.
yeah.
It's like, I don't.
It's like this game's getting massive. You gotta keep that in mind for if we make another one.
Yeah, I said made some comment about
It
that.
probably won't be like this again.
They've said that like so many times, trying to like get people to realize that there's no way they can do this again. And I do realize that.
But
at the same
it's
time,
like, yeah, it's like, feel like you can't downgrade. It's like anything you do next is gonna be a downgrade.
The next Smash Brothers is going to be boycotted by so many people just because it doesn't have Banjo-Kazooie in it.
Or just make a Smash Brothers with characters that were not in any previous Smash game.
That.
I don't know.
I don't think they would do that, but that's almost the way you have to go.
Yeah. Because it's like
Clean slate.
everything's new. It's like
Yeah.
You have the original 8, and then you just go,
yeah.
well, Goomba, obviously a character.
Right.
Well,
I
8
don't know.
Koopalings, now 8 characters. Pink Gold Peach makes it an appearance in Smash.
You liked Pikachu, Charizard, Pokemon Trainer, all those. Well, how about specifically Ash Ketchum
Just him.
or Professor Oak?
We took the 10 Pokemon that are in the game, and we put every other Pokemon in except for those.
That's a good idea. I want those episodes that we're going to do on specific topics. That's one I want.
What?
We said we were going to make one about all of the Smash characters that we could put in the game,
Okay.
but specifically ones that have never been in the
Have
game.
never
that
been
are-
in, but okay.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Wolf Link and Midna, please. It'll never happen, but that would be my choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and side notes, Home Run Derby is back in the game. As a baseball fan, I'm elated because Home Run Derby is basically baseball.
Yeah,
And-
I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's called Home Run Derby, but
Yeah, it is.
something similar to that.
What is it called? I don't know why.
I don't. I want to say it says sandbag in the name. No,
Home Run Contest.
Home Run Contest sounds more
Sandbag.
right.
Yes. Sandbag Smash.
Something.
With 2 players. So they said that was the final mode that they're adding in
Yeah.
the game, which is perfectly fine, even though I wanted boarded platforms.
Yeah, break the targets.
Yeah.
They one thing I noticed when they were showing that is, well, one, you can hit the sandbag with 2 people now, which I don't think they've ever done before.
You can do it in Melee, but...
I don't know. But one thing I noticed when I saw 2 people hitting the sandbag was that the sandbag's face, like, actually, like, the more damage it took, it was like getting like almost like beat up looking.
So this is a rated M Home Run Contest?
Not like as like an expression, but it looked like if you drew on the face with like paint or something, it was like wearing away or something. So I was like, that's a nice touch.
Yeah. I think that's everything for Smash.
Me costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Stands for Smash.
Stands for Smash.
Okay, so before I saw the direct today, my sister texted me. She didn't know I was waiting to watch it. And she's like, Sans from Undertale is officially in Smash. And I was like, well, thanks for spoiling that for me. But we came to find out that it's just a me costume. It's not a big deal.
Well, it's like, it's one of those, it's a costume where you don't even see your me at all, which is nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we just completely modeled this character. This could just be a character.
And you get a music track.
Yep, you get Megalovania, which is Sans, probably, I don't know, it's not his theme, I guess, but it's what he's known for, I guess, during his fight.
This is a completely stupid comment, but I want to reassure you that there still is 1 slot left in the DLC Fighters Pass, and what would fit Undertale humor better
Then what?
than Sans actually being that character? So you could see him going, ha 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 ha.
Right.
I tricked ya. You know, it could work.
Or it could be Papyrus.
Oh, yeah. That would...
He just throws
Well, I was trying to think, like, what Undertale character would actually be, like, a good fighter, because it's like,
Flowey.
well, it's like, it's not going to be your main character.
Flowey. It's like Piranha Plant.
If it would be the
But
main character,
worse.
you'd have to fight by not fighting.
Right. everything's just like Jigglypuff's rest. You fall
Right.
asleep next to characters, they go flying.
Mm.
Or you aggressively hug someone
Yeah.
and they get knocked back
You
from
give-
the
you
kindness.
sing a song.
You give
Yeah.
other characters buffs that make it hard to control. Like, you move so quickly to the right or something that you go off the screen and kill yourself.
That would be something.
But yeah, that was like out of nowhere to me. But I'm glad that that is like now kind of immortalized in Smash.
Yeah, I think that's like this. They've done a couple other series, but
It's like Geno like that.
Shovel Knight being an assist trophy was
Yeah.
100% people just yelling at
Yeah. Like,
Sakurai saying putting him in, and
Yeah.
that's what they got. I assume Sans is pretty much the same way.
yeah, that's what
But-
they said. They said that he was super high on the ballot.
Though we also now know that Sakurai and Toby Fox are best friends.
BFF.
That was so strange.
It's like, yeah, Toby Fox just came over to my house and we played Smash together.
And he was like, he's pretty good. That was so strange.
So maybe that's how characters get into Smash. Sakurai challenges them. Their
If they
creators
win,
to a duel, and yeah, they win.
then they win. He like went on to say something weird like, when we picked random, it was like a 50-50 match or something. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, where's he going with this? All of this just because Sans is in Smash now.
We're seeing just a little bit more personality in all of these.
I kinda like
Sakurai
it.
I
players.
like it too.
When he was
It's kinda
showing the
weird.
controller thing, that was so funny. He's like, I did it like this before. Or
No, he did
he's
it
like, I do it
vertical.
like this now. I do it horizontally. I used to do it like this.
With the GameCube controllers.
But he's like, something about L and R didn't work. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, this is not Banjo-Kazooie gameplay.
I'm convinced that he has no thoughts besides Smash. He just
Probably.
sits and idle whenever he's not working in Smash.
Well, at the end, they're like, we didn't show off Terry Bogard gameplay because it's not ready. And then they showed, like, gameplay
Yeah,
that was ready. But I guess it was, like, 2 seconds long.
it was game.
But I was like, okay. You probably could have shown something, but...
yeah. Anything else in Smash?
Metroid costumes. Gomon costumes.
Yeah.
Just random crap.
Mega Man costumes, no Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. Shooting.
I said it and then I knew it was wrong, but then I didn't. I was like, I don't even remember what I just said. Shooty guys.
Shooting guys. And that brings us
Swordy
to
guys. To what?
Devin's drawing.
I guess I just made a from memory drawing of Link and the main female character from Pokemon
Zelda.
eating curry.
So it's Link on the left,
Mm-hmm.
a new Pokemon girl on the right. She's got her little hat. They're at the Pokemon camp. Where we got a horse's butt on the left.
Yeah.
It's like a Epona.
Yeah.
And Sobble, I'm guessing, on the right.
Yeah. And I tried to draw a shield in the background, but it doesn't look right.
It's something.
Yeah. But it's got a sword and a shield.
So yeah, when universes collide.
It
This
looks
is-
terrible.
I think you just need to keep adding characters onto this now. This
Just at the camp.
Mm.
Ooh, that would be good. We just need to do that, like, maybe not with that one, but it's on a different drawing.
Maybe not with this piece of junk. But,
I'm saying one that you actually have that in mind before starting it.
So it's like
Like the Smash, you know,
That's
the
what I was about
Smash,
to
like
say,
big
yeah.
mural. It's
Right.
like,
That's what I was thinking of.
they get added.
that was a good sound effect. Sobble is coming to Smash. Be on the lookout. That could be one of the.
That could widget be one, yeah.
They just do all the new starters.
Be on the lookout. That's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying be on the lookout.
I thought you meant like You know those stupid
Yeah.
things they say for each one?
Yeah. No, that would not be its catchphrase.
Be on the lookout. Sobble. Okay. I thought you said there was 2 big announcements left.
Yeah, the other one,
Banjo-Kazooie and
cares
then-
about a lot.
Oh yeah,
What?
Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah, duh. I forgot.
He was so relaxed from watching.
I
that
thought you were gonna. I
gameplay.
thought you were saying like Banjo's one, and then I thought you were saying the Terry Bogardus
Oh,
one.
no.
Yeah,
Wow.
Animal Crossing.
And guess what? It's also really customizable.
Is that just what you love? Is
Yes.
any game where you can customize just
Duh.
yourself?
I love The Sims, so
Add 1,000,000 options and
The Sims
sold.
coming to Smash.
Sweet.
Zobby Zeep Snorb.
Sweet.
Say Sool Sool.
Okay.
Battle.
What's happening?
She's speaking. What
I'm
is it
speaking
called?
in tongues.
Simlish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Remember when My Chemical Romance recorded a song in Simlish?
I feel like Katy Perry did that too.
She did.
And like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I need to hear these.
I feel
This
like they're
is
in
in-
like the newest ones.
No, it's in The Sims 3.
Okay.
Trust me on this.
Trust me, The Sims 3.
That wasn't relevant. Keep going, but.
Oh yes. Okay. So again, you're on a deserted island. Tom Nook is there for some reason,
He's like a tour, like a travel agent or
Yes.
something.
and he's like, "Build a town for me." And you
And
say,
pay me. Pay
Yeah.
me to build
Tell
it.
"Pay me
Yeah.
to build your town."
You know, typical Tom Nook.
So then you do, and they showed you how to build a flimsy axe. You shake trees until branches come down, and you hope that you find a rock that you can pick up, and then thank you. Then you just make an axe, and then you can chop down trees to get like other materials like hardwood.
It's a crafting game now.
Yeah.
It literally is.
Yeah.
In the best way.
Which I'm all about. I love crafting.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
You can grow flowers and turn them into like a little crown.
Yeah.
And then they showed that you can play with 8 people again, but this time they were specific and said that you can play on the same console with 8 people.
4 people.
4 people.
8 people online.
8 people online.
But still.
But that's
Yeah,
still
so-
really cool. Like, Blake and I can make a town together and, like, play at the same time, which is really cool. And Brock could also do that if he wanted to.
I'm gonna make 4 people in my town.
You're gonna play like Sakurai?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go, guys.
Just have a grid of
Roll out.
controllers.
Not
Start
like
using
this.
your feet.
Not vertically. You gotta do it horizontally.
Yeah. Comes out March 20th.
That
Which
is.
March 20th.
Is early enough to where I'm happy.
I'm happy with it. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not even. Originally, it's supposed to be this year, but
There's plenty.
they need to take all the time they need on that.
And a lot of this stuff was just recap of things that they announced at the Treehouse at E3.
E3, yeah.
Mhm.
But I think we saw.
We at least got to see new stuff, even if it was like the smallest thing with
Yeah.
everything, which
So-
was good.
The small things were what I really enjoyed.
Right.
It seems like they're removing literally every barrier, anything that was possibly annoying about Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
They tried to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You can move items in half spaces, which is
You can move trees.
that
You
would
can like
have-
pick flowers without
Oh,
like
yeah.
actually picking the entire flower plant.
Yeah.
You can the paths.
the paths.
You like paint them on the ground instead of like having it be a what are those called?
Like a custom tile.
right.
Yeah, like a
Um,
design thing you get to put on a shirt
Yeah,
or something.
And instead of it just being like a squared off end, you can round it.
Oh, that was super cool.
So that reminded me of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
And so it's all of these tiny things for me
Mhm.
are going to make it to where I'm not gonna get in my town and think, okay, this is my town. I'm just living in it.
Right.
You're going to be more proactive about making it exactly how you want it, down
Yeah.
to the paths, the
Right.
trees, the whatnot. Which I haven't played the last Animal Crossing, but
Yeah.
in the first two, that definitely wasn't how
It's
you played.
still, yeah, this is still definitely way more than you can do in New Leaf.
Mhm.
Well, and you can put items outside of your house, your tent. It's only shown a tent so far. I'm guessing you can buy, like, you can get like a more permanent housing structure.
And side note, you can put the tent on the beach, so I presume
Yeah,
that you
anywhere.
can put the house on the beach, would be awesome.
True.
Yeah. And you can put furniture outside.
And when it was showing the person was pushing the furniture.
Half spaces.
Yeah, like in like New Leaf, it's based off like a grid system. Like a couch takes up 2, a chair takes up 1, but now you can actually like shift it over at half of the space, which that'll be huge. Definitely for designing the inside of your house.
Yeah.
I feel like they almost. Did you notice there was the Animal Crossing like Happy Home Designer thing?
Yes.
I feel like
That's
they
where
were
they
like,
introduced that, I think.
I don't know. I never played it, but I was like thinking maybe that is like they took like what could we do to perfect just the home design aspect of it, and that was probably something that came out of that.
And it still looks adorable. Oh, they had
Super good.
more weather effects, I think, than ever, it seemed like.
Well, I was
Be
glad at least that
windy.
they showed that like the islands can have snow, they can be rainy, because I was worried that if you're on like a tropical island, you're not going to get snow or you're not going to get whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm glad at least everything's coming back.
Mhm.
You can pole vault over streams, which is cool.
What's the use of bridges now?
That is true. I was wondering like, what is the point?
You could
You don't carry an item in your inventory. That's like the one. You don't have to carry this pole in your inventory.
what you can now do is trap all of your villagers on one,
On one
side of the
side.
island.
This is my side. Construct a bridge and then take it away or something.
Mm.
Move the houses. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Shout out to my boy Angus though. He's one of our villagers in New Leaf, so
He made a cameo.
he did.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Animal Crossing still looks like a must buy.
Yep.
Nah.
Get a lot of mileage out of it for sure. It's not a game that I can play for like a long time in one sitting, but I can play for many sittings.
Yeah, and for me, the way I use the Switch still is like I open it up, I scroll back through all my games and go,
Yeah.
what do I want to play? And I open something up and go, nah, actually.
Right.
And then you can switch it right there.
Yeah.
So Animal Crossing is perfect for that because I'll be able to start it up,
Just
pull all
pop
my
in.
weeds, get
Yeah.
all my
You
fruit.
can sell
and whatnot,
weeds in this one.
Sell all my weeds for 150 bells.
150. I thought that was cool.
And then close it and go play what I was actually planning on playing.
True.
Which will be perfect for me.
True. We got a lot of games coming up
Yeah.
within a very short amount of time. It seems like.
I should beat Pokemon Let's Go. You're right.
Got a lot coming in September, October, November.
Not December.
Not December, but March 20th, Animal Crossing. So yeah. Anything else that struck you from this?
Buy Devin's drawing on Fourshade Studios something.
FourshadeStudios.com. This one's gonna be going for a cool $2 million.
Bells.
Bells.
Yeah.
I need to take over Tom Nook's empire.
Nookingtons, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. It's now Blakingtons.
Right. So I think that is gonna do it for us. Again, this was the Fourshade Studio podcast, episode number 21.
Live with Blake Bodenhammer.
Live. not put on the internet until much later than live.
But I'm here.
Yes. Brock is in the flesh. I mean, Blake Bodenhammer's in the flesh. Our special guest. Yeah. If you want to reach out to us with any questions, comments, whatever, You can do that at fourshade.studios@gmail.com.
.com.
Please reach out to us. Please spread the word. Please keep listening. We love all of ya. We will see you next time.
Bye.